Hello, air signs. This is going to be your Valentine's Day love, romance, relationship, twin flame reading for February 2019. This is a general reading for the air signs. So we are looking at Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is a general message, and the messages will not resonate with everyone. That requires a personal reading. If you think you'd like to get a personal reading, you can simply click on the I. That'll take you directly over to the website. I have several different levels of reading. I have also just published an article, part 1 of Mars on the loose in February. Today is one to look out for. We do have Mars conjunct Uranus. This could be, the nuclear option, just simply blowing something up, or it can be that idea of saying something that you cannot take back and you cannot unsay. So you want to be very mindful of this particular energy. Conjunctions are the most powerful astrological aspects that exist. However, thankfully tomorrow, Mars will move into the sign of Taurus, whose ruler is Venus. So in effect, you will have the lovers of the sky meeting, Mars and Venus together. That will be a more mellow energy, right in time for Valentine's Day. If you would like to join the website, I have 3 different levels of membership. So even if you purchase the 30-day $7 membership, you still gain access to all of the same information that the people who purchase the yearly membership get. Okay? There are lots. There's charts. There are ebooks. There are other video galleries. There are tons and tons of articles. Okay, that's it. So I brought out the Casanovas because this is who decided he would work with us today. I have the La Vida Sibilas, the playing cards, and we will be wrapping it up with a Romance Angel card. Let's just go ahead and get directly into the reading. I will show you these cards. Casanova has been speaking of changes for people, some surprises, some good, some bad, and just some changing circumstances. I think if I had to pinpoint something major in terms of an astrological event, this really will not occur necessarily until in March, when Uranus will move back into Taurus. There is an article there on Uranus, the Taurus-Uranian cycle. And also, we have a full moon coming up, I want to say on the 19th. That will be in the sign of Virgo. So if you have a Virgo moon or Virgo rising, this would be a great time if there's something you want to do to kind of move forward. You can ask for those particular favors. Let's call that astrology voodoo. There is an article about that as well, how to use it, how to employ it, and how it works. Okay? Scare your friends and confound your enemies with astrology voodoo. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and put these cards down, and I will show you these cards. Here we go. Page of Swords. 2 of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. Now, some message comes to you where you're going to have to make a decision, and you're going to have to do it quickly. Okay? Now, what is this message about? There's a King of Swords. So this is our air sign male, no matter same-sex and or heterosexual, whomever's going to take the role of the male in this particular situation. A Knight of Wands. So now I'm looking at 3, possibly 3 people or more. Now, I have already said to you, some news comes in. That's how the pages always play out for me. Some kind of message. This 8 of Wands is saying that whatever this thing is, you're going to have to move with quick speed, and haste. But then here is this Knight of Wands. Now, Knights also bring news and messages, but this brings an event to me. So this Eight of Wands, although it may be saying you got to move with haste and speed, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is a literal movement. This is mean you got to be quick. You got to think quickly. You got to move, think quickly, and be ready to come back, because there is some event that is put into motion. Again, there's this quick energy about it. Look, Six of Swords. Two boats going in different directions. Nine of Cups. Three of Wands. There are three people here. Perhaps. And then there is the Hermit. That is two nines. Wow. I honestly get the sense for some of you, something may have occurred on a trip or surrounding a trip. Maybe this is this male cheating, or maybe you cheating, or thinking that this is what has happened. I keep hearing the words, but it didn't mean anything. This is kind of the be careful what you wish for card in this deck. From the Eight of Wands to the Knight are Nine Wands. Man, I've been through this shit before already. Or I'm really wounded and I'm really hurt. From the 8 to the 3 is actually 10 Wands, which is brings us to the Ace. It's actually 11 Wands, but that 11th wand is our Ace, which is what this Knight is carrying. From the Knight to the 3 is 4 Wands. Happiness, celebrations, but also this idea of stagnancy, of the passion and the fire just stopping. Here is this Hermit card. Now, 2 nines can sometimes mean a change of address or residence, but also 2 nines can mean that one of you needs to spend more time alone, or will be spending time alone, because sometimes this 6 of Swords can presage a breakup. At the very least, it speaks to either literally moving away or psychologically moving away from something. Now, if you are not dealing with an air sign male, then what you are dealing with is someone who has put up a block and a guard. See how he's waiting for whatever comes. That could be that 9 of Wands energy. The Knight of Cups. Now, 2 Knights can speak to slight mixed messages, okay, from a male friend causing you to doubt their sincerity. Sometimes 2 Knights have to do with colleges, schools, and institutions. Here we have the Learned Man. It is this Page of Swords, because the Page of Swords is not always a nice individual. This person can be a gossip. They can be a shit stirrer. But typically, there's something that they're saying that has a ring of truth. Has a ring of truth to it. But it can be a painful truth. Let's take a look and see what the cards have to say. I only have this one major arcana card. I cannot look at these 3 court cards. So that leaves me the 2 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. In this deck, the Knight of Cups can speak to someone bringing news to you. Okay? Let me but that their motivations are suspect. Let me give you the meaning of the wrong book. Hold on. The Knight of Cups. The seducer. Deceit, the bearer of other people's letters and invitations. Oh, wow. Look who's sitting underneath him. For some of you, this could be the idea that there may be a water sign male coming. This Page of Swords. Vigilance. Waiting. Centering on the self. Waiting for something to happen. A predatory spirit. This is not a figure of mercy. In other words, this is somebody who means business. The Judge. Power, charisma, command, and someone who's tired of being in authority, but I don't know why he has his back to all of this movement. So we have these 2 figures faced to the back. Then we have these to the past. Then we have these 2 boats traveling in opposite directions. Let's take a look at this 2 of Pentacles, shall we? Somebody just called me, and I don't know who it was, and they probably didn't want anything, but we'll see. I'll call them back later. 2s represent choice, options, dualities. This can be oppositions of what to do. Having 2 choices. Perhaps one of the choices coming back around. We see these 2 kings. We see these, and what's interesting is that we have the Knight of the Page of Swords supporting over the top of the King of Swords, and then here we have the Page of Swords preceding this King of Swords. Now, nothing about the 2 of Pentacles as it relates to this Hermit card or this 9 of Cups, because sometimes you see that come out. 8 of Wands. This could be someone of a different ethnic background or religious background than you. That might be why the energy of this Hermit has come in. Nothing about the 8 of Wands. 6 of Swords. Nothing about the 6 of Swords. Oh, next to the 8 of Wands. Well, yeah, sometimes this card can be about vacation and rest. Okay, the Hermit. The 8 of Wands with the 6 of Swords may be indicating that a long trip, journey, or vacation or time away will be coming up. Well, hold on one second. My cat been trying to commit suicide all morning, you guys. Let's look at this Nine of Cups. Isn't that interesting? And the reason why I say this is because of the meaning of this king. This Nine of Cups could just be a really hedonistic kind of a vacation. 2 9 suggests a house move and a change of address. But here's this Three of Wands. And then I'm going to read to you the meaning of this King of Cups. This is what I find to be interesting. I don't have time to talk to whoever that is. Nothing. The King of Cups. Patron, protector, favors, creativity, and to observe from a distance. The seducer. So, if I am going to look at something, I'm going to start with this King of Swords. It is simply his placement. And there's something here, because see those 2 cups there, this is the 9 of Cups. Over here there's 7 cups, right? Here's 2 cups here, but look, they're on 2 different levels. I don't know what that means. They're not together, the cups. And that's the only cup card here. Let's look at this king. The Muerte. Complete and utter separation from something. So if this is not an air sign, this is the thought process. That decision, making it very quickly to cut. Don't even think about it anymore. The precious presence. A gift not unselfish, where we see these knights showing up here. So this is about, I think, someone coming to the real. Remember that be careful what you wish for card that I was talking about here? The end of something really precious and wonderful that was very, very happy. This is the personal happiness, which may be why that person has become the single male. Let me look at this 9 of Cups here, because it sits in a very, very pivotal place. Last card down on the past vertical column, first card out on the future row. Because sometimes in this deck, that Hermit means an invitation. Come, take a trip with me. Well, if nothing else, there are lots of people involved in this. The limoneo, the wedding, the contract, the bond, the couple. Costanza, the unchanging nature of the situation. Constance. And the pensiero, the meditation and the thought. Wow. I don't know if this is a new man No. Let's look at the Six of Swords, because the Six of Swords can sometimes presage a breakup. You know, maybe this is the ending of one relationship just in time for a new one to begin. I don't know. Ah, the riunione. The Yardro. And the Mercante. So this is about a meeting, but something has been stolen. Those gifts, the pleasure of the heart. Maybe this is somebody came and whisks you away. And now, here we are on a trip, on a vacation, moving away, formulating. That's another Three of Wands, a Mercante, this negotiation and this deal, this contractual issue here. I'm going to pull cards on that. Sometimes that riunione can be a job interview. Like maybe someone had to travel for a job interview. Stolen thoughts? I don't know. The Ace of Diamonds, there's definitely some kind of perhaps financial aspect to this, or the actual doing of. You can look at that like the Ace of Pentacles. The Jack of Pentacles, okay, or diamonds. So again, there's either this is a young admirer or somebody who really means well, but it's a fickle energy. And then that Six of Wands. Look, there's some kind of work thing here. I don't know what this is, even though I only have one pentacle here. So there's obviously either a trip, a visit, maybe someone is coming because they're on a job interview. You meet this person on when they're visiting for a job interview or something of that nature. I'm going to pull cards on this. Knight, Page of Swords. Look at these, look at the messages here. The Jack of Clubs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 messages coming in. Perhaps more than that. Eight of Wands, news and messages flying back and forth. Sometimes that's what that card literally means. Four of Diamonds, Seven of Wands, or clubs. Somebody waiting on something. A popular youth, this Jack of Clubs, or someone might be sports minded, that kind of an individual. Can represent a male under 40 or around 40, under 40. Someone who's popular and good-hearted and playful can indicate an admirer. With this Four of Diamonds, it speaks to financial upswing and or an older person giving good advice. Well, I don't know if that's what that means. A learned person, a studied person. I don't know. But here's the Seven of Spades. It says advice that is best not taken. So there's a conflict here. That's the choice. Someone giving advice, but then you recognizing, maybe I better not take that advice, or someone recognizing that. But it also says the obstacle to success and it indicates that it may be coming from within the individual themselves. Let's pull cards. Let's just close this reading out, because this is telling me that definitely something is coming. This could be telling you maybe somebody's leaving one personality behind or one aspect of themselves behind. And it may be for more than one reason. I definitely feel somebody's on the way for you, air signs. I just don't know what this means for you. I mean, I'm reading for many of you who are watching. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, that could be the deception. Somebody coming maybe like to heal or dry out or something like that. You know what I'm saying? This could play out many ways. Codependency. Let's read this. That's a very odd reading. This card answers your question in perhaps a surprising way, because addictions are the culprit behind the issues you are attempting to resolve. This could be your own craving for a substance or unhealthful behavior, or it could be that your partner's addictions are impacting your love life. This card is also an indicator of childhood experiences in an addictive family. Addictions numb the heart to pain, but they also diminish its capacity to love. Since love is the basis of your romantic partnership, addictions become a barrier to moving forward toward true emotional intimacy. This is especially... Hang on a second! The fuck's knocking on my door? Excuse my language. Be right back. Jeez, that was a FedEx man talking to me, knocking on the door like the police. But I'm really not mad at him, because I just got a check in the mail. Okay. All right. I like when that happens. All right. So let's go back. It says, since love is the basis of your romantic partnership, addictions become a barrier to moving forward toward true emotional intimacy. This is especially true if you are twisting yourself in knots to please a person whose dependency has lessened his or her capacity for happiness. That no-win situation will negatively affect your self-esteem and your own happiness if you continue. Fortunately, lots of support is available worldwide in the form of 12-step meetings and other addiction support fellowship models. Whether it is you or your romantic partner who has the addiction, you can find free groups near you through internet searches, or by contacting a local community health center, or simply by recognizing the crux of the problem. So, I don't know what to tell you about that, air signs. I do hope those messages helped. And thank you for allowing me to read for you. And until next time, namaste.